各位，中國當局為咗加強防範一啲感染愛滋病毒嘅境外人士入境傳染愛滋病毒，由今年1月1號開始，對所有喺之內出入境超過12次嘅旅客進行愛滋病毒嘅檢查。本台嘅採訪隊喺入境去廣州採訪嘅時候，亦都被抽查。由譚慧儀講下中方人員檢查嘅情況。
愛滋病係當今嘅絕症，你有冇諗過喺短短嘅5分鐘時間之內係可以檢查出你係咪愛滋病嘅帶菌者？如果你喺1年之內出入過中國大陸超過12次，中國嘅衛生部門從今年起係可以喺短短嘅幾分鐘時間內要求你接受愛滋病嘅檢驗，並且可以即時將結果話俾你知。我哋訪問過一位今日喺國時候被要求進行愛滋病檢驗嘅香港人，佢向我哋講述咗當時嘅情形。
揾啲棉花我媽媽嘅手，跟住就揾支針咧就幫我拮落去咯。咁跟住咧就等咗大概10秒度咧，佢就揾一啲透明膠片，就將嗰條滴落啲透明膠片度啦。咁跟住就再俾塊棉花我，就扼翻住我傷口。咁咧就喺度熬咯。有一塊寫住測試嗰啲咪透明膠片就熬。咁就等咗幾分鐘之後，佢哋話俾我聽可以走得。咁跟住我交錢。
呢位香港人又話喺檢查結束之後，醫生係要求佢交105蚊港幣檢查費。
但係喺嗰個環境裏面做咧，我就覺得係有啲懷疑咯。即係可唔可以喺短短嗰幾分鐘裏面可以幫我測試到我有冇係愛滋病嘅帶菌者咯？
不過佢話，由於佢認為檢查嘅時間太短，而且檢查亦都好簡單，所以佢係打算返香港之後再去認真檢查多一次。而本台嘅記者由於經常返大陸採訪，喺舊年之內亦都超過往返大陸12次，所以喺今日過境嘅時候，亦都係被要求接受檢驗。醫生並且對我哋話，呢個新規定係從今年1月開始實施，目的係為咗進一步預防愛滋病傳入中國。佢就喺前幾日，佢哋就檢查到一位經常返大陸做生意嘅香港商人係愛滋病帶菌者，並且即時將佢送返香港。不過，如果你報告嘅結果係陰性，亦即係話你唔係愛滋病嘅帶菌者，咁喺未來嘅1年，如果你要返嚟大陸，除咗回鄉證之外，你仲要帶埋呢一份嘅報告，咁你就唔需要再接受檢查。亞洲電視記者譚慧儀喺廣州報導。
本港控處話，中國方面冇知會過佢哋有關嘅新措施。衛生署亦都對於用幾分鐘咁快就可以完成愛滋病測試並且知道結果係表示懷疑。馮少寧報導。
衛生署愛滋病醫生李瑞山話，中國方面冇知會過衛生署有關嘅措施。而本港檢驗愛滋病同中國嘅做法唔同，香港係採取鼓勵市民自願檢驗嘅方式。根據衛生署嘅數字，85年到而家，衛生署已經進行過超過25萬啲病嘅病毒檢驗，個案包括由政府醫院診所轉介，亦都係有私人醫生轉介同埋去社區診所求診嘅人士等等。單喺舊年12月檢驗嘅次數呢就有2500幾次。衛生署話嘅愛滋檢驗係免費嘅，不過即使證實冇愛滋，都唔會有證書俾以作證明。除咗政府私人化驗所都有愛滋病嘅檢驗服務，不過收費就冇標準。另外，衛生署話檢驗愛滋病嘅驗血嘅過程需要嘅時間好短，但係化驗嘅時間就一般要10日先至有結果。李瑞山醫生亦都表示，幾分鐘就可以完成嘅測試出錯嘅可能性比較大。愛滋病基金會主席林貝月嘉亦都係有類似嘅擔憂。
可以即係話即時抽啲血去驗，但呢個就準確性係有問題嘅，因為好多時係會有假嘅，即係唔係準確嘅係陽性或者係陰性嘅反應出嚟嘅，所以香港就唔用呢種方法嘅。
中國喺由89年已經開始入境旅客，特別係外國人
中立，但就唔想工潮再拖得太耐，佢哋會盡快安排勞資雙方再進行會談。
我哋經過好多日嘅談判都發覺雙方都非常係有誠意，係希望盡快今次呢個事件。咁我就唔希望嗰個事件係拖得太耐。
中國雲南省西南部今朝發生黎克特制6.3級嘅強烈地震，目前至少有31個人受傷。地震喺今朝4點32分發生，震中係位於省會昆明西南250公里嘅普里縣。呢度係少數民族哈尼族人同彝族人聚居嘅縣。 暫時知道地震造成31個人受傷，其中6個重傷。好啦，呢次新聞報導完，跟住係有財經專輯，再會。
Good evening. ATV's main news for Tuesday, 26th of January. Tonight, Hong Kong's inflation rate has gone up, and striking Cathay Pacific flight attendants have met Omelco.
Overseas, the United Nations Security Council has ordered Croatian forces to stop attacking Serbian targets in Croatia, and there are fears that the fighting in Croatia will jeopardize the Bosnian peace talks.
The inflation rate has risen slightly, with the government blaming higher food prices for the increase. But as Jeff Cutmore reports, officials say the long-term rate is moving in the right direction.
The shopper bore the brunt of the price increases in December, with vegetables and livestock leading the rise. Compared to 9.2% in November, figures out today show a rise of 9.4% in December. Housing rents were also blamed by the government, the factor responsible for the jump in inflation. But the Financial Secretary, Hamish McLeod, has called the year-end figure for 1992 encouraging. The rate for last year came in at 9.4%, 1% below the government's estimate of 9.5%. Economists expect the rate to stay around that level for the coming year, if the government continues with the current fiscal policy.
If the Financial Secretary continues to uphold its restrictive attitude towards the fiscal policy, I think the inflation for 1993 will remain at the present level of around 9 to 10%.
The 9.4% for 92 was well below the 12% figure returned in 1991.
In Cathay Pacific flight attendants have taken their case to Omelco following management's refusal to back down over threats of disciplinary action. As Cortland Bennett reports, about 1,500 strikers and their supporters also staged a march to Swire House.
Talks broke down again this morning as Cathay refused down over its threat to sack senior flight attendants. The company is adamant it wants to remove those it accuses of inciting the industrial action and has issued a 12 o'clock deadline Wednesday night for staff to return to work. But the Flight Attendants Union says few will be taking up the offer.
I don't think any members attending the meeting today is going back to work.
Ms Lamb says the union is now threatening to set its own line for management to agree to the last of its 4 conditions. 1,500 strikers marched to Swire House today to make their point. But while union representatives put on a show of New Year's goodwill towards the company, 7 floors above at the Complaints Commission, they were meeting with more than 20 legislators. Most legislators agreed with the union Cathay Pacific should not reserve the right to sack strike leaders.
The FAU has admitted that its claim that Cathay planes wouldn't be refueled in Australia was a result of misinformation. The union climb down came as its Australian counterpart claimed it had heard nothing about such a move. Morland Sanders reports.
By mid-morning, the threat Australian refuelers would be boycotting Cathay's planes was decidedly cloudy. All the airline's aircraft were leaving on time and with a full payload of fuel.
Well, I'll be back shortly with the financial report.
From the rest of the news team, good night.